welcome back to the 20th Century Dude channel. Apparently, we got a trailer for a new Predator movie coming out. Technically, there's two. I think there's like an animated one, but we're going to be looking at the live action one. And apparently, there's talk around the internet about it, and not for good reasons. So, let's take a look at it and see what it's all about, shall we?
I didn't think you survived. You're hunting something that can't be killed.
Yeah, this is kind of odd. Already I'm getting pretty mixed vibes about it. The production value does look kind of nice. I'll give it that, but the rest of it, like I think first off that design, like what is that? Like something with like this the skin tone and the eyes just doesn't mesh well with me at all. So I definitely know people were upset about that, and yeah, that's not the greatest thing you could have done for the look of the Predator. One thing I noticed, we are going back to the Predator planet. It's supposed to be from the point of view of a predator for some reason, I guess. I don't know. And people were, of course, exclaiming all over the internet, "Oh, it's such a great thing. We're going to the Predator planet for the first time." It's like, yeah, but we already did that in Predators. That's not a new thing. Um, but we also see that it's the same director as Prey, although I do believe this one's standalone. I don't think it's connecting directly to Prey. Some people are wondering about a Prey 2. We don't need a Prey 2. We're okay. We don't need it. We don't really need a whole lot of these Predator movies, to be honest. You only need three. There's a way to watch the Predator movies, and you only need three of them. Uh, you have the first one, and then you watch the second one. And then after you watch the second one, you go back and watch Prey, and this is why. Because in Predator 2, it sets up the fact that the Predators have been on Earth for centuries, or they visited centuries ago. And then you go back in time centuries before to Prey, and that's what sets everything up for later, and then you go back and watch Predator 1. It's I will call it a time loop trilogy. That's how I would watch these movies anyway. You have the three of them: Predator, Predator 2, and Prey, and then you start all over again. That's how I do it. And then the rest of the movies, they never happened. No Alien versus Predator, no nothing. No, that never happened. But speaking of Alien, apparently there are some direct Alien references in here for some reason. I think they're trying to set up another confrontation. I think the girl there, she's like an android, and they're trying to set up Weyland-Yutani as a corporation in the Predator world. It's like, oh, we don't need another crossover. We don't need to do that again, because it was a bad idea the first time. I thought Alien versus Predator. Some people like it as a concept. I just thought, okay, whatever. That did not need turned into one movie, let alone two. And the second one's definitely one of the worst movies I've ever seen, because it's just horrible. So I don't really feel like the Alien versus Predator idea. It's not a good idea. It really is not a good idea. So I don't know why we're hopping right back into that again. It's just odd to me why we would do that. And yes, I know people get on me for judging the movie before it comes out, But I think when you make creative decisions like this, and we know that the current state of movies and media aren't really great nowadays. More people are turned off than ever. I mean, how can we not be concerned? I mean, it's not like even 30 years ago where, oh, we get a brand new thing. Yay! It's like every time we get a new movie or TV show, it's like, oh no, what are they going to do now? Or, oh, can we please stop? Right? I feel like, yeah, as far as Predator's concerned, like, we've definitely diluted the brand a little bit. Like, I don't feel like it needed to exceed more than two or three movies. Because this isn't a big franchise, like Star Trek or Transformers or anything like that. This isn't something you can do, or even James Bond. You could theoretically do James Bond for as long as you possibly can, unless the concept gets old. You could do James Bond pretty much forever, but Predator, not really. And I don't really know if this movie's gonna be making the big bucks that Disney and 20th Century Studios are hoping for. Or maybe they're only putting it in theaters because they realize what they did wrong with Prey, dumping it on Hulu, and then realizing how good it actually was. But yeah, I'm not sure what to think of this movie. I'm not terribly impressed by it. I have seen worse things, but on the other hand, it's one of those things. Like, one, do we need to make another Alien versus Predator crossover? And two, do we really need another Predator project? No, really. But otherwise, that's all I have for today. So thank you for tuning into the 20th Century Dude channel. Hope to catch you on the fly. See ya.